Intel, Vodafone, The Road to Odense, Betway, MSI, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, Mountain Dew League, and ESEA.
16-14 was your scoreline on Inferno in the way of the HellRaisers, who made it look somewhat tough for themselves. That's right, NaVi had a pretty good first half, but ultimately, Chad, what do we have?
I think the biggest storyline in this whole game was the really strong starts on both halves from HellRaisers here, right? They got off to 5 in the first half. In the second half, they were able to get 6 on the board on the trot. The thing that is the standout is the battle for Banana in the second half, right? You could see that the way that that Bondic round, that ace that he had, I believe it was a 1-on-2 situation, that completely derailed NaVi there. And you saw throughout the rest of that half, they were playing catch-up, and they had to bolster that B-bomb site. I thought in the later stages, they'd actually gone for that gamble stack. They had made it work, and they were going to win the game. But that force buy round from HellRaisers, where they were able to find the opening kill on Deadfox with the Deagle, just was too much. I think NaVi took way too many risks in that round.
Well, one risk we're going to have to take at this point is one where in which we start to get a more detailed approach to it. Chad, why don't you take a long, short walk?
Well, this is the round that I was talking about where they bolstered their defense over towards Banana. And what we're going to outline here as we get over to the screen is that change up. So you're going to see at the top left here, 3 members of the NaVi side are going to be over towards B, ready to stop down this attack because they were winning so many rounds there after that Bondic clutch round earlier in the piece. You can see there's only 2 members here over towards middle, and Simple is actually playing a little bit more heads up so he can actually fight and play for information early. So we're going to start playing out the clip. It is a very long one, so bear with me. As this one plays out, you can see here that this player, number 5, is ready and roaring with flashbangs to support the 2 players. And as you can see on your screen, Edward is at sandbags with Zeus quite aggressively. They're going to use their utility to take the top Banana, but the exchange flashes come in, and they're able to trade out and find themselves in a 3-on-5 situation. This round now gets very slow, but the play out here means that the 3 players over towards Banana have managed to stop this. They can actually rotate back over and hedge their bets. As the clock runs down, there's no real map presence going across the board from the HellRaisers guys, so Flamey actually takes some massive risks and pushes. But we can, while this round is playing out, we can kind of talk about why this is so important. Because once they've been able to establish that, hey, you can't have Banana for free anymore, HellRaisers, they have to play a little bit slower. And you can see how they, throughout the rest of the half, are playing very late rounds. They're actually still getting Banana control for free. NaVi are actually able to play back. They just don't hit their shots, which is why we find ourselves going the full distance. Right now, you can see the push coming down from Flamey down middle. The last 3 members are putting pressure on the top of B, and at one point, they're just going to get pincered in. So we can just play out the kills just so you can see how this one finishes off. But I thought on this round right here that NaVi were going to win the game. It's just one of those situations, unfortunately, where I guess a force buy in CSGO pays on off. So here's the kills. They're coming in right now. Flamey behind. 2 nice kills. Away you go. And that's basically the round. We have another clip as well that I want to bring up and highlight. And this is just about basic fundamentals in CS and playing off of your teammates. So if we can wind this one back, I don't know if we can play it again. You just got a little sneak peek at it. This is how to double peek in apps. Voxic has played himself with an AWP here earlier in the piece, but I just want to highlight good teamwork. You can see the players on X-Ray. Simple's over here and Flamey's over here. They go in a double peek from either side of Boiler and Halls, so the AWPer has to only be able to focus on one position so they can get the trade guaranteed. So let's just play it out. Hello, 1, 2, 3, away they go, peek on out. Just basic fundamental CS. I just want to highlight nice little details like that in Counter-Strike so you guys at home can tell the difference. And we had Simple there dominating Voxic, and we actually had that as our head-to-head. So we're going to take a look at those stats.
Yep, let's do it. The numbers run themselves almost at this point. Woxic 29 and 18, and well, for what it's worth, Simple very much lacking when it came to that comparison. 120 ADR on the side of Woxic and a lot of impact throughout this entire map.
I think if we look at Voxic's ones, the majority of his impact came within that first half on the AWP, and that was much needed because HellRaisers didn't really have a very good CT half, only 6 rounds on the board. The fact he was able to put numbers up and help them get to 6 in the end of things was a very, very big win factor, but Simple was finding himself getting, I guess, abused over towards B on his CT side. You saw him get picked off a couple rounds. He got naded out of the picture 1 round over towards Coffin after being legged. So for him on this one, it wasn't the huge level of impact that we were expecting.
Well, we're going to be flipping over now to Overpass, where in which we're going to see this one run it back. HellRaisers and NaVi having another map here tonight between the 2 of them. And, well, for NaVi, they already do have their ticket punched to Odense. But in this case, It's going to be the HellRaisers trying to battle their way out into this next spot. Chad, talk to me about Overpass between these two teams.
Overpass is more likely the choice here in this 2 best-of-1 situation coming in from HellRaisers. It's a really good map for them. I think that the way that they take their T side, they take the different territory, it is a strong map. But the same side of things, it's a strong map for NaVi as well. I'm not sure if this loss is going to really get to them and they might take their foot off the gas even more because, as we mentioned, NaVi have already qualified. There are 7 slots open for the EU region, right? And HellRaisers, Matt's been talking about throughout the cast, are in a point of contention there to grab one of those spots. So another win here, another victory means HellRaisers maybe they're in Odense. But like I said, this is another map where Voxic on the AWP can have a huge impact, and I expect to see that on Overpass.
You said 2 geniuses, and one of them, which is Matt, and of course the other one. We basically have a pinky in the brain combo here. Let's go ahead and talk to these guys.
Same dynamic as you guys.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
but,
pretty much.
I mean, we're just cut above that. Let's talk a little bit about Overpass. What are your guys' expectations?
Lots of frags, like you said. NaVi, they're already qualified at this point. Play loose, have some fun. It's Halloween after all.
Yeah.
Get some pumpkins on the server, chickens running around.
What do you think about the armor?
That was a lot of fun.
You talking about the HUD?
Yeah, we really enjoyed that.
I think that's a good touch. I think that was well thought out.
What about the sound effect when the game ended?
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh, you can't hear it. It's like a howling effect. It's like a spooky effect. Yeah, it's a bit of a spooky ending.
You want a spooky effect? Is that what you guys want?
Yeah.
Take the red cap off. Is that what you're gonna do?
Oh my God, you can do that. Anyway,
It's a real gun.
spooky effect. I got one for you guys. We're gonna be going over to our commentators. I think it's that time for the commentators to be coming into the fold.
They coming in?
They coming in.
Got some real commentators going?
Yeah,
Excellent.
maybe we might. Overpass. I haven't seen it in a while. It's a fun map. NaVi always likes it. Ops are fun and all that. Henry, tell me more.
Well, like I said, it's NaVi.
Every so often there's a train that goes over the pass.
That is. I guess at this point, like, HellRaisers, like, at this stage of the league, when you've got a team that's already qualified, it's like, wow, this is actually great because they're not going to be deploying absolutely everything. They're all going to be gunning for
That and they're all
every...
sitting in a room at LAN playing an online match. So as much as I said they're going to be like using it as a warm-up, they're almost going to be like, eh.
Yeah, it's like, we've already qualified, boys. It's over.
Let's have some fun.
You know? I'm not suggesting that's exactly what's happening. Just like, it'd be understandable if you're like, you're not going to drop all the strategy about to use this big land at the weekend. Is what the point I'm getting at. It's not like they're not trying in any sense. It's just like they might not be as emotionally invested if they were on the cusp of being relegated, for example. And we'll see whether Ukraine will go head-to-head once again. You've obviously got the likes of Bondic and Angel up against Zeus and Simple. So a bit of a derby in that respect. We'll see if HellRaisers can find 3 more points on the board. Remember, only 14 games played, so they might be at the bottom end of the table, but still a lot of wiggle room there to get back into contention.
Right. Well, 15 now with another 3 points. So they have 24 points at 15 maps played. Currently, the 6th place spot resides at 31 points. So they're, what's that, 3 games out of it?
Yeah.
It's 2 in an overtime, basically. I mean, that's the other thing. Mathematically, overtimes we haven't considered, but they can still make it, and they very much have a chance to do so if they continue playing like this.
Yeah, great news for the previous game at least. The fact they won 16-14 and didn't win in overtime. That's actually quite significant.
Yep. They didn't deprive themselves of a point.
And but that actually, I should have realized at the time. A team that needs points, when I was kind of deliberating whether they'd force buy, it's actually worth mentioning they probably won't go for the overtime play because they need the points right. It kind of changes the landscape, and so will this round, just as we're talking over. It is the pistol, of course, but still important information we're feeding to you, don't worry, as it will be Bondic and Voxic in a 2 versus 1 against Edward, who is currently pretty far removed, but he's got a decent flank here. He has no information as to where they've committed towards, though. Voxic looks like he's getting in towards long. He's got the bomb. They've both got a couple of kills to their name here, Bondic and Voxic. As Edward gets a bit of intel here, he'll fall back towards long and see if he can catch a player in transition. Don't think it's going to happen for him, but he has got intel. At least it's going to be an ace-out attack. Just comes down to timing here. I think we'll get a shot off. Not the headshot, though. That's pretty much round for me. Without the kit, they can plan for bank now, knowing exactly where he is. Shouldn't have a chance.
Well, Edwards was in this situation last time, actually, in the pistol. The first pistol on Inferno was against a 1 versus 3 at that time. It's elected to save, which brought out the FAMAS with the armor. The reason I bring it up is that going to be something that people start to consider when they're in these situations? Certainly not. He wants to go for it. Voxic's got him down. This time we wanted the same scenario, but there's so much... I think you're going to need a player like Gobby or Kerrigan to really sit and analyze this current buying meta before we come up with something that has logic to it, or at least consistency to it.
Well, I feel like there's teams that have got their ideas, but they don't want to be the ones to show it first online. That might sound like a bit of a cliche thing to say, but it's just like, it's such a new part of the game.
Yes.
Astralis are definitely sat there going, right, when the round starts...
That's a good point as well. Astralis for sure.
Yeah, they're going to be like, right, when the playoffs start, we show them the full eco on pistols, something like that. Or we just get device that doesn't buy anything. Won't be like super hype or anything.
Dependent too.
But it's not going to be a crazy play, but it could be just nice little nuances that kind of separate them and how they work things out.
It could be map dependent too. If you're CT side of Nuke and you want to guarantee giving up less rounds rather than investing into the pistol, you give up 2 rounds, then you get your guns out right away instead of maybe giving up more than that without a full buy. Like, yeah, there's lots to analyze. Conservative play suggests just play for the win every single round, but it has gotten simple down. That's the start. It's not the only kill though, and Electronic actually gives the lead back to NaVi temporarily as Voxic finds yet another. So in it to win it. Dead Fox will take out Edward. Still back and forth. It's only a 2 versus 1, and Flamey's still in the back of the site. Low HP. Bomb's not yet planted. Oh, but he has to reload, and Bonix got enough with the AK to find him.
Breaks his back as well. Hell of a headshot, that one. As we'll go 2-0. HellRaisers now have, presumably, the eco up against him. That's a force buy from NaVi in the second round. Don't see that too often. CZ's armor coming through. You can see that leaves them in a pretty compromised position now. They will get a barb next round, though, so it's still fine. It's just the old way of approaching this situation. They've got 4 HE grenades. Are they going to drop those in B or middle? It looks like B. Going to send everyone they can. It's the correct place to go as well. So will they wait for the commitment, then nade them towards Monster? I think that's the play. I think being a very operative word there. Nades don't do much, but some damage inflicted. There we go. That's looking quite significant now. No kills, though, is the problem. And albeit to find a penultimate frag, and there's 2. So not the worst eco in the world. Keeps them relatively modest on the T side. They're 3-0 confirmed. Round 4, and their AWP is available for Simple, but that's all he can afford. Literally on the nose, he can buy the AWP. So he'll drop an M4 instead, and actually get dropped the AWP. And Electronic will purchase one as well. Does he give it up to Flamey? He is usually the secondary AWP, or is that just a GUI bug? There's only 1 AWP. No, there it is. It goes to Flamey. Electronic gives it in the end, I guess because he has no armor.
Gives it in the end. Phrasing Henry.
Gets it in the end.
Also phrasing Henry.
You know, this what I just say what's on my mind.
Okay. Angel, meanwhile, inside of construction, is going to work his way around, and Dead Fox as well, toward a counter boost, potentially. I think it will be. This could be interesting, with Zeus still jumping on the other side, but Electronic has Issa. If I'm not mistaken, that's out toward long, so that's the A side gone. The boost, therefore, still applies, although they can't really figure it out and coordinate it correctly. So HellRaisers, with this 3-0 start, find themselves a man down. It's a nasty gap. A Salon Sweaters. Gap.
Okay, yeah. It works.
Not really, but we try.
Voxic will crack open the B side again, but it looks more convincing now for NaVi. They've pushed them back, and they've got low HP on one of the key players, Voxic, but that might not stop them with the AK. Well, Flamey certainly will. It'll be a trade, though. Still viable for HellRaisers. Remember, they've had these great starts throughout these 2 maps we've seen. 3-on-1, though. Angel would have to replicate Bondix form from Inferno to pull this one off. Don't think it's going to be happening considering the situation. Missed shot, though, from Simple. These are both the orbs. There is a chance now with the AWPs up. Electronic misses one of these narrow shots. Just like that, it could all fall apart. 20 seconds remaining. He still has the advantage here, Angel. This is a 1 versus 3. HP no longer a factor, even though he's being tagged up. I'm not sure Simple can really guarantee the fact that it will be a victory by being out of the pistol. 9 seconds now. Has to go for the plant. This is where Simple can reposition. And he holds the AWP. So doesn't have the intel. He's very low, but still patient as ever. Plays
Patience
it perfectly.
off.
And he'll come out on top.
Certainly will. So NaVi get on the board as he runs around to collect weapons to make sure that they're well prepared and suited for the next round. It will be the first round for them. The loss bonus gone and not a lot of money left over, but the defuse done gives it a 3-1 scoreline. And Simple the man to do so with only 1 kill. Electronic's looking reasonably sharp so far this game. Last game, did he top? I think he was top at the end, was he not?
He was up there. He was like relatively quiet at the start, then came right back.
I think that Electronic is like the key to NaVi, right? Like,
yes.
If they're going to be the team everyone wants or expects them to be, he has to be.
Well, unfortunately, at Starlighter recently, he had one of the most disastrous tournaments he's ever posted since he started professionally.
Subsequently, they didn't win.
They did not win, but they did get to the final. So
yeah, that's kind of shocking. Major final as well. He wasn't the most present player, shall we say? How many major finals is NaVi going to be in as an organization? Meanwhile, speaking of Electronic, he's stuck in a corner, everything being thrown his direction as they want the underpass, but patience for him. And Bondic thinks it's clear because that Molotov did not spread far enough. So he had the corner to work with, and he made good on it as they open the door, and they want to go a little bit further against Dead Fox.
Quite a nice little idea. Open the door, your teammates there in connector. Good nade, actually. I think that'll do reasonable damage. More than that. 45 towards Dead Fox. That's not bad. And there will be still a 4-on-4. Simple, the only player gone down so far. It was Voxic to pick that frag up, and Angel will get a second. They could find the reset here. This would be massive if HellRaisers can pull this one off. Whoever loses this round is going eco. That's categorical at this point. The bomb's down. One kit, barely any nades. It's an A plant in a 4 versus 3. I think considering the financial status of NaVi, they're going to have to save whatever they have. It's actually a pretty decent save. You got the AWP, an AK, an M4, incendiary smoke, flashbang. Is actually quite a lot of kit there. Flamey will probably be Deagle on armor with his $1,900 or $1,400, I think it is. Going in next round. Hard to keep up.
It's very hard to keep up. It'll be 1,400 going in for NaVi
Yes.
should they not win this round, which they aren't going to. So this will be the first round against them. Having Simple won the last one. They've got stuff. They've got stuff and things. They've got thingamabobs. I've got plenty. That's you. You're going to dress up as a mermaid. That was...
Tried my best.
Yeah.
Didn't have the budget for it, so instead I got an eye patch. So I used all the budget on the cowboy outfits. Real gun as well.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. You did that all for him.
Yeah, well, I didn't. The guys never make the budgets. That's what
they elected to use it on. That's fair. It's been a dream of his forever, so...
Yeah.
Well, with that said, it's 4-1 if the reset hits. I was going to say they kept some guns, residual, but they don't have a lot to work with given that they've now gone to 2 UMPs. Better than nothing. I like the UMP still. Edward out toward construction. Smoke down. Bondic just firing into the doorway. Edward's taking a lot of damage. Where's that? That's through the wall, through the door, as he was out by sandbags.
Not bad if that's what happened. That did a lot of damage.
It may have also been the nothing spray from spawn. I didn't see the angle that he was standing at. Because there was a lot of spray going on the map. I didn't quite see who was firing where.
Oh, what?
Simple just absolutely styles on Angel.
That's such a CEO, isn't it? It's like, I'll let you spray. Go on, tell me where you are. Yep, there you go. I'll take you down. I've still got 100 HP. You've got 0. Perfectly done. As usual.
Outrageous. Electronic still on top of the A site is going to have company shortly because after Simple just absolutely obliterates Angel, they certainly know that there's an op on the B site. Which is interesting in itself. Op on the B site, not as common, and he's in the middle of the site of all places to hit that shot.
Yeah.
Like, let me just run over here for a second. That literally means he was planning on firing that. There's no other reason to be positioned there. Could go for the boost, but I don't think that's what they were up to. Electronic, Issa. Good kill. Realizes now he's got further company. 6 seconds. That's how long it took them to decide, and indecisiveness will cost them the round. They've got to run back, retreat, and give a round back to NaVi, which now means, despite having the reset potential, they've built up cash, and they'll find... Ooh, okay, Bondic gets flamey. That's going to cost them a little more, but they'll find their second round.
Second round's on the board. NaVi gifted a little bit of wiggle room there, considering the clock running right down with the final commitment there of HellRaisers. Money's still okay on either side. Saved weaponry there for the challengers here. HellRaisers certainly the underdogs coming into it. Managed to win the first map, 16-14 on Inferno. And we'll see if they can continue that impressive performance as we move over to Overpass here. Currently, he's looking pretty good on the T side of Overpass. 4-2 up, lost the previous round, but another reset available to them if they can pull this one off. Voxic, a lot more freedom to use the AWP on a map like Overpass, but oh my goodness, those nades are destructive. Landing in the face of Angel. 52 damage inflicted, and for now, it's back towards A, leaving that B bomb site completely open. Just Dead Fox watching from T-spawn. Bombs down in that area as well, so I don't see any real commitments coming in just yet. Simple misses. Not an easy shot by any stretch, but there is Caliber. You just expect him to just lock on and hit that one. And Voxic, he'll get the first frag even through the Bloom smoke. Takes down Electronic. Now they've got the advantage once again. Just holding up with the reaction here. What's Simple going to do with the AWP? Still holding up on the A site. Does he fall back? Looks like he's pondering his options here.
Contemplation. Dead Fox will clear out the short pipe. And will give them reason to believe that they can walk out the doorway, which is exactly what Bondic does. And then they'll walk into B and realize they can make contact. Edward's the only one nearby, and Simple, although has vision from above, is required to hit the shot. Smoke down, that makes it far more difficult. More so because the bomb came from Monster, meaning that from short, he won't have to peek, but Voxic, completely unaware that that angle was existing, gives himself up. Issa at least responds on Flamey, who wanted to try and jump down, get inside of the site. Flash is going the other direction, but no one can enter. Edward found by Bondic as well, and that could secure the round in itself.
Time will tell, but yeah, it will be. And now, Simple, even with the nice shot from Heaven, not going to be enough. They only get one kill. Edward, Electronic, and Flamey will be dropped. Zeus and Simple to save weaponry once again. That's a significant round. Another reset as Angel confirms it. He'll take down the AWP as Simple. That's actually a massive deal. Zeus will be left in a 4 versus 1. No chance of winning the round as that bomb has gone off. But does he save the AK? Looks like he definitely will. Do they force buy this? Now, NaVi are known to be a team that loves a force buy. To get stuck in. Currently playing down the road from us right now in Copenhagen.
It's true, actually. All the teams are just down the road. Both on the same side of the river, I guess.
I have no idea. We have not really had... when we're here, it's just like, we're in this part of Copenhagen. There won't be any time to
do anything else.
So, I don't actually know the city that well, and I've spent like 6 months here. Oh well. Such is life.
Such is life. Life is such.
Yes.
Angel clearing out the bathrooms has problems already, and that Bondic has been removed from the underpass, and not only is he being removed, but Zeus is getting very aggressive in his positioning. He'll grab an AK, in fact. So the position for Zeus means that he knows no one's going to be rotating at least immediately. He's funneled them over toward the A site. The rotation goes back as a result and in response to that. And it's Angel at least getting flamed down. That'll give a better chance to the entry. Remember, they don't have a lot of weapons. The fact that Zeus was gun juggling back down the hallway gave Edward a chance to maybe scoop one up and rotate over. Issa's already in, though. Smoke's down. And the site attained. Bomb to be planted. Should be a pretty straightforward plant. The post plant becomes a bit more of a problem, though, as Voxic wants to sneak the op out at long and rotate, I would expect, through bathrooms to get that default shot. Taking their sweet time, NaVi, to try and get back in, aren't they?
They certainly are. This is not looking ideal. They lost Inferno. They might even drop this one as well. That'd be so many valuable points.
Good read, Dead Fox.
For HellRaisers, indeed. Takes down Electronic, who is on a pistol, just trying to catch a flank, but it will be saving the 2 AKs. Zeus gets 2 kills, but nowhere near enough, I'm afraid. This is another $3,500 per player going in the bank accounts of HellRaisers. You can see the money is actually relatively strong right now. With this cash coming in, they're going to be high rolling. 3 players surviving with the AWP as well. Plenty of cash. Money for days. 6-2, and NaVi will have to force buy again around the 2 AKs, I would say. That's worth it. I don't think it'll be that compromise at all. They probably have most of their utility, but there's an AWP purchased. Osburn has started to rack up again. So 2 AKs, 2 AWPs, an M4. He Simple has no kits, barely any utility, but he doesn't need that stuff. Even incendiaries at the start, you can see that does significant damage towards HellRaisers. Makes them uncomfortable at the start as well. What's your favorite scary movie?
What's my favorite scary movie?
Yeah, it's a good question this time of year.
I mean, I don't find anything really particularly scary. I think the Saw ones were scary because they were
interesting
like,
concept on there.
Interesting concept for the first few, and then they kind of got
Number
a little
7.
carried away. Yeah, I mean, there's 9 total.
Same with
there?
Final Destination. Nice idea.
Great.
Way too many.
Yep.
Sold out.
I think seeing some of the painstaking moments in those movies are scary in their own right, but nothing like contextually scares me. Like where I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen. Someone help me. Turn the light on. I'm worried. There's no scary movie like that for me. I don't know.
I've seen, well, probably, when we get into EK, I'll go over mine. Can't do the whole round of scary movies.
Sure. I'm not as versed in the scary movie genre, to be fair.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, it will be Dead Fox & Co. well, and Voxic, I should say, trying to make their way towards A. This is looking like NaVi have got themselves right back in this one. It will be a decent round from them. I don't think Voxic can do much here at all. That's not a bad effort. It's done simple. They'll recover the secondary orb, though. But that's the first time we've seen 2 orbs from NaVi, and it actually works out quite nicely for them. And will be them holding on. I like the psychological ones, the more like, not just like classically cliche scary, but it's like, it's this film called Strangers I like. It's when this young couple, habitat's like a house in the country for like a getaway, like a honeymoon or something, and then these like weird characters start appearing in the windows behind them. You don't really see them, notice them until like an hour into the film, and they start walking around. You start feeling like in your own house. It's dark. It's like there's something in the window, you know. And again, you get in your own head. Yeah.
I get you. I don't know. I've never really had. Like I say, I'm not as versed in the genre, so I can't really comment on that.
What was that one that was dubbed the scariest film of all time? I think it was Paranormal Activity.
Maybe didn't see it.
That was pretty bad.
They just don't appeal to me as much, I guess.
Yeah.
Tweet us and let us know what your favorites are.
What are your favorite scary films? What are you dressing up for Halloween? I checked my phone and in between the map there was no tweets.
No. No one loves us.
So I'll read them out. You do a tweet, I'll read you out. So we've got
you're getting desperate now.
Yeah,
right?
I want to get some interaction here.
All right, let's do it. I like interaction.
Because online CS, you very rarely get to bring the crowd in, get them involved, get a conversation started with your tweet. It's something. I know we're not like superstars over here, but you could get involved in the show.
Speak for yourself.
Well, yeah.
Because Trace is.
Yeah. The king of Counter-Strike, he calls himself.
Yeah, he does. He does indeed. I heard you're going to get a tattoo of him.
Eventually.
You've already got a Moses one on your chest.
Yeah. Bald eagle.
It looks good.
Yeah, it was supposed to be coloured, but didn't happen.
Just get some whipped cream. Color it in no time.
Plenty of time for that, my friend.
Good shot from Flamey on to Dead Fox. That will be the opening kill of the round. Despite there's only 23 seconds left, we are certainly seeing CIS pace. As Issa wants to work out from the bathrooms, Electronic meanwhile catches out Angel. That slows the pace again. 2 kills now to NaVi, make it a third for Simple, and a lineup all too easy for Edward. Bomb drop, no chance. They left that a little bit too late. Great read and react from NaVi as they pretty much stacked up the A side after the opening pick, and it's now 6-4. T2K Bank, I bank with them, which is why I cheer for the counter terrorists, because these HellRaisers guys are trying to steal all my money.
Is that the narrative of the map? They're trying to rob that bank?
Probably.
I've never really thought about it, but there's like an armored van outside which would carry the money.
Yeah, it's probably what it is.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
But if it's like already had a car accident and stuff, why are the CTs starting at the bank and the Ts have left it only to return?
Well, yeah.
You know, narratives and Valve.
Well, this is a full eco, so if you want to go off topic again, you got any spooky themed questions?
I'm all right.
Favorite
Halloween candy?
Oh, that's a good one. Let's think about it. The toffee apple's a classic. Bit different. You never get those any time of year apart from then.
Yep.
The thing is, like, UK, they're so lazy. Like in America, I imagine everyone like bakes goods and stuff like that, and like kind of brings loads of cool things out. We just buy like the supermarket stuff, put it in a bowl, and it's like if anyone comes along, half-heartedly go, there you go.
Yeah, here you go. Have your choice.
See you later. But I can imagine, especially Americans, like I don't know what it's like in Canada. Is a big deal there.
It's similar. I mean, some people go all out and like make little goodie bags, and candy apples, like you say, and whatnot. There's like pumpkin flavored little wax type candies. They look and feel like wax. They're not. They're like some sugar.
Okay.
They're okay until you eat like 100 of them and want to vomit.
Yeah.
I just like a classic coffee crisp. Hook me up.
Toffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Coffee crisp.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know the one. You know the one, right? The chocolate bar.
No, we have toffee crisp in the UK.
I'll show you this.
Yeah, show me the packaging. Let's have a look. What's your favorite sweet or candy? Tweet us. We'll read them out.
We'll read them out.
Coffee crisp.
We'll even get Chad to come in and read them out.
Type in toffee crisp. It's the same packaging, same company.
Isn't it? It's just
It's
like
just orange. It's not yellow. It's orange. Yeah. Like
that's a little different inside though.
sure, but it's like the same sort of packaging, similar to Nestle as well. So
these ones taste a bit like coffee.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. For coffee crisp. That works out. That checks out.
Well, we've got guns again, Hank.
We have. So back to the action. And double orbs for Simple and Flamey. The AKs are there as well. Zeus and Electronic taking those from the previous round. Will be Simple, who hasn't been lights out this evening. See, he's got 8 kills to his name. Always going to be dangerous. But so far, not setting the server on fire. But this round looking very promising for him. Takes out Angel to kick things off. Deadfox trying to react. But all he'll find is a bullet to the chest as Flamey will take him down. Looking for a couple more here as well. It's actually Edward that's finding the lion's share. Zeus will chime in at the very same time. Bondnik at this point is trying to cause financial sabotage. There's not really much you can do in this 3 versus 1. If you had the bomb, then you could book it over towards the A site. What's the expression used in Canada? I don't know, really. Give it to bud. Give it a.
What?
Is that like a Canadian expression?
Oh, giver?
Giver, that's it.
Just give her, bud.
Made it sound like I was weird.
Just give her, bud.
Give her.
Yeah, I didn't know what you were saying at all at first. Give it a.
Give it a. I didn't know what it was. I really hope you'd catch on to it straight away.
Yeah, give her, bud.
Give her.
Just give her. Or
What does that mean exactly? Just like, just go for it?
Go for it. Send it. Give her.
Give her, bud.
I'm not your buddy, pal.
Like your pal, friend. Well, 6-6 and another eco. HellRaisers, this is exactly the same what happened in Inferno. They have this 6 start. They'd run away with the game, really far ahead, and then NaVi just clawed their way back in. Unfortunately, didn't close it out. It was actually just a long, drawn-out affair for HellRaisers to close it, but it will be now just Eagles, CZs, a Tech 9, $2,000 per player. Round 13 coming to the last few stages in the first half. Here we have NIP FaZe, quite the fixture. Up next, 2 maps from them. NIP not in the best form, and they'll be playing from the Royal Arena as well. So will FaZe. That's a bit of a LAN game, in fact. The pings will be low. The adrenaline will be high. The casting will be okay. It's all worth coming back for.
Pretty average.
Yeah, pretty average casting. But a good game, hopefully. They'll be going for that.
Denmark and Counter-Strike. It's got a lot going on this time of year. Odense are coming up as well. Obviously, this is the road to Odense. And NaVi have taken the lead on that road. HellRaisers stopping off for some fuel, perhaps. Because it's now 7-6 for NaVi on the CT side. Not the greatest of scores, considering how this has all gone down, considering it is, in fact, the favored side of the map.
Sure.
We'll see what the response is now that we've got AKs and an AWP for Voxic.
There's the incendiary. Have to throw that nice and deep. Electronic won't be Voxic though, as he already made his way out of the flames and looking to get really stuck in with his AWP.
Yeah, I think he's been heard though. The fact that they were stopping at the front of the stairs and they're already like slowly picking it. Yeah, I think Electronic heard him jumping toward that choke point. Issa didn't count for that. Didn't certainly look prepared to have 2 players in that position. He would have heard both of them together, but Simple in a great position is able to respond, able to get that trade. That trade, countered by another, now leads to Flamey to take out Bondic and to try and slow the take. Keep in mind, Monster's being approached as Simple, or excuse me, as Angel rather, is going to try and get some utility toward the site. He's the one with the bomb and he's now left alone.
Not sure Angel has much of a say in this one. Maybe he can take down Simple on the A side, get a quick plant. Maybe there is something there, but that's a big if. As he'll make his way through, he has got time. He's got to be aware there's going to be presence towards A. But it's one of the absolute best in the game. Now spotting him, you really don't like to see that. You feel like he's just going to nail you any second, which he does. Pretty simple finish, if you know what I mean.
Certainly. I know exactly what you mean.
15. And the money is pretty dire for HellRaisers. Like we said, they were so far in the lead. It slowly but surely starts to go wrong. To be expected against a team like NaVi. They're on the CT side. They are certainly more favoured in that respect. The HellRaisers, good showing tonight. They've got enough rounds on the board to find the 6 points they need tonight. The only showing we'll see from HellRaisers. Like we said, NIP FaZe next. And after that, a proper Danish dynamite affair. North versus Astralis.
Yeah, that's like bloodbath right there.
They're both here as well, right? Well, obviously
they're obviously both here anyway.
I mean, North playing this weekend as well? I don't know. I'd assume they are.
Although device still lives in Stockholm. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Let's see if they are. Let's see if there will be a proper in the same room Danish derby. That's what we want to know.
I'm typing with one finger on one hand.
Could have gone anywhere else.
What do you mean?
HLTV matches.
Man, look, leave me alone.
He's actually typed in Blast Pro Series Copenhagen 2018. To be fair, it's worked.
Look how many Canadian casters there are. This is the first event in history
Brits.
where there's more Canadians.
1, 2, 3, 4 Brits.
3 Canadians, though.
Chad is half, so we have 4.5.
Get out. He is not. He's half in the same virtue that I am. There's more Canadians than Americans.
That's
you know what?
true.
I think we deserve our own Canadian green room, me, Scrawny, and Launders.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that's what should happen.
Sure you can fit all your egos in there?
Mine alone will take up the entire room. Okay.
Right. The real question here, before you start talking about yourself.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
No, they're not.
They're not here. No, I didn't think North was here.
I should really do more research.
And it's obviously Cloud9, given the contractual obligations. FaZe is there, NiP's there, NaVi is there, MIBR, same thing, contractual obligations, and Astralis are there. So there's your 6 teams.
All right. Well. North still based here. That's the game coming out. That's pretty much where we're going with that. So there'll still be low pings, still be a lot on the line, and it will be a 5-on-3 here. Flamey takes on Issa. It's the final round of the first half. We have 30 seconds remaining. Dead Fox, Bondic, Angel with barely anything to work with here. Looks like NaVi have got this one secured. It will take something magical at this point to pull it off. Bondic's certainly capable of it. We saw it on Inferno. Let's see if he can replicate that. Flamey, oh, nice shot. Just to the smoke blooms as well, timing a little bit off. It's a difficult kill to concede in that round with just 8 seconds remaining, and it being a 4 versus 1, of course. There we go, 9-6. Again, HellRaisers great start. They were on the T side, so 6 rounds is definitely enough, but that's
certainly
3 out of 3 pistols for them now.
That is 3 out of 3 pistols. That's a problem, and it still is a problem, despite that you could say that it's less of a problem than it used to be, given the current money situation, but it absolutely cost them the last game. If you want to look at the fact that they lost 16-14, it may cost them again. 9-6, they'll swap over and go on the attack. They need a pistol. Yeah, I think Simple's going to have to just go off. So I'm calling it right now.
Gonna have to go off. Oh, that was a nice shot. Jeez. Didn't catch that one. There will be Electronic with the Deagle. Closing out everything there from the highlights. Here are the scores on the doors. Electronic at the top, 15 kills. Simple second. Now that is an idyllic scoreboard if you're NaVi. That's when you know everything's like the machine is firing on all cylinders. You got the 2 best players at the top. Everyone else is filling in the gaps. You had a rough start, sure, but you pulled it right back. And that's a decent half in the end, all things considered. Flamey, maybe you want a bit more from him. You want him in 3rd, ideally. But it doesn't really matter. These are all sweeping, broad strokes at this point.
Broad strokes. Wasn't that what they did last night, Chad and Stana?
With what?
They just had like a really broad strokes segment.
I can't remember what they said. It's something like, whoever gets the most rounds is one of that.
Yeah, the first to 16 will win the game.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
Which isn't actually true, because you can have overtime.
Yeah, I guess you could get 1st to 19.
Which also isn't actually factually guaranteed, because you could get 22.
Yeah.
Well, we get underway. And underway to the underpass. But things are going fast. Simple, looking to try and have a blast. Heads in and shows off a thing of the past. As Electronic is wearing a mask. It's Halloween. And Edwards got a shot on Voxic. Flamey's gone down, so too Electronic. Simple still in this. Issa is trying to wrap back around. Simple hasn't found much yet. And Issa realizes his teammate's now with him to try and control the site. Bomb could be grabbed and actually head to A at this point if they identify that both players are there, but contact made by Issa will leave Bondic closer to the water, and they have to recover the bomb, so they'll get aggressive. Good shot from Edward. Traded back, not quite. Thought Issa might get a chance at it.
Edward lighting them up. Very efficient pistol there. You can see him holding up, managing to take down these CTs as they run around the corner. USP was one of his most iconic clips of all time in 1.6. Bit of Tuscan action. Look it up, Matt. Bring it up.
Tuscan?
Yeah. No, type in Edward 1.6 USP. See what comes up first.
Edward 1. How do I spell that? 6.
USP.
I'm kidding.
That's it. Now look at this.
It is Tuscan. Or as it was affectionately known then, it was Mill.
Watch the clip, man. It's so sick. Get it up.
Right, yeah.
While we're on this...
While we're entertaining everyone else that can't see it, yeah, I'll get it right off, Henry. Brilliant entertainer.
This, for me, when I first watched this clip, this is what I want to start playing short. I was like, this is so sick. Watch this. Boom, 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 boom. See you later, kids.
He kills Forrest, Threat, Karn, Get Right, and who else did I miss in that? You do your thing, I'll do mine.
Well, this is the Felica. That's why we can have a bit more fun today. It's Halloween, guys.
Delusion.
Trying to bring some fun into the broadcast. We were very serious yesterday. I was having a bit of issues with my sinuses. Made things very difficult. But it's Halloween, officially tomorrow. Is it Halloween today?
It's Halloween today, dummy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought it was the 30th.
No, today's the 31st. Tomorrow we start Movember.
Right.
You gonna grow Mo?
I would love to, given chance to be a fine thing. Not really an option. Although I've been advertising, you know, on Instagram they have like those targeted adverts. I'm getting so many targeted ads for, want to make your beard stronger? Use this tonic. Like every ad is about beard strength.
Have you been Googling it, Henry?
No, I haven't. I have no interest in having it. I shave every 10 days. I'm very happy with that. It's not a problem for me. I don't want to have to shave every day. But this one time a year in November, that's an issue. For some reason, I get lots of targeted ads about beard growth, and there's people putting needles in their face, putting cream in there to make beard. How badly do you need a beard growth, bro? Just clean shave, it's fine. But anyway, that's not really relevant to this conversation. There is Movember coming up, though. Check it out. In Chicago, I believe we're doing a big old thing. It's going to be lots of fun. It always is.
CSMO.
There'll be cream pies, waxing,
tattoos,
all sorts, tattoos potentially, all sorts of things. All for a good cause. Hopefully less bleach. Well, hopefully just on the hair. I'll say that much. Nowhere else.
All right, let's make it more obvious here. Well, obvious that Flamey and Edward want B site. They're already inside of it, and Edward's taking down Issa. Simple, but he's already departed the round. It may not matter. Angel, the only one left. NaVi looking to make this 12-6 and perhaps a faster or quicker second map this evening. Angel's got a chance in this, though, doesn't he? Silenced M4. Swap that over, but that's when Simple strikes. He was still alive in that. My mistake. It's Flamey at the bottom that was dead.
12-6. NaVi looking comfortable here. HellRaisers might be out of luck. Lost their first pistol of the 2 maps. But overall, this is looking like it's a little bit out of their reach. They're going to have to take another eco here. Painstaking one as well, as NaVi will go up 13-6. It's a partial buy with 1 pumpkin that's fully carved. You can see that means they've got a helmet. Spooky face equals protection. A pumpkin is nothing unless it's been gutted from the inside and mutilated with a knife.
Absolutely. Agreed. I used a screwdriver and a file, but it works good.
A screwdriver? That's probably pretty effective.
Yeah, because you poke a super precise hole to cut off of.
Yeah.
It's a good way of doing it.
I've never carved a pumpkin.
Well, you're missing out, Henry.
I've always had like girlfriends that are really into it and I do it, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just watch you. It's fine. I don't want to. I'm not very good at
It's a good way to
stuff.
impress the girl.
Yeah, but I know I can't do it. So I'm just like,
watch you.
I just watch you. Oh yeah, do it. Carve that pumpkin. Not like that. It's like more of a, yeah, you just get on with it. I'll buy the pumpkin for you. You can do whatever. I'll get involved. I'll look entertained. Never done it myself.
Nah, man, it's like free brownie points. Oh, Henry, you're so cute. You carved this pumpkin. Can't wait for you to carve me later.
I've always been, I think I've always been away when Halloween's on. I can't remember one at home. I think last year I was definitely away. This year I'm obviously away. So no one to impress, unfortunately. Maybe we have some pumpkins backstage. That would have been an idea. We could
have had a pumpkin carving contest.
Yeah, we could have done that, like a quick one. They could have had them ready for us and we just keep going throughout the show and the breaks. We just keep going. But
although that means trusting us with knives, which is probably not ideal.
Well, presumably that's why you were given a screwdriver, because it's not too sharp, right?
Yeah.
Your parents trust you with
object.
that?
Yeah, it's true.
That's like, Matthew, you can get the screwdriver, okay? Be careful.
Zeus, not going to be careful at all. He's going to be careless, but get a kill on Voxic as he gets aggressive with the Mac-10. That does bring them back into contention, considering the round was slowly falling apart. They now find themselves, although hindered, as is the case with Zeus's HP. Issa with the kill, dead box on Simple. I was going to say, in a favorable situation, but that's come crashing down. It's a 1 versus 2, and Issa has more HP than both combined.
Yes, but the bomb down, no kit. They're running towards him, though. This could be enough, but the trade should come through, even if he gets his kill, Flamey. Oh, dear. Almost fell apart, but he does manage to hold it together. One more bullet from the Mac-10 would have done it, but 13-6 rings true. Remember, that was just a partial buy, so not to get too excited. And on the T side as well, it doesn't really affect the money too dramatically. You can see Simple even after, well, to be fair, not reinvestment. That still will be quite detrimental, I guess. He's going to buy the AWP, so they've got one more buy in them, but that's it. So if HellRaisers can win out now, they've definitely still got a chance here. But Voxic, Glass Cannon, no kits available at all, and bare bones setup in terms of utility. What is this little stack they've got going on? NaVi throughout the ages. What is this, Matt? Matt, we've got something going on here. 4-man stack. What the hell? No! What is this?
How is he able to stand? That's
Get it ready.
Unfriggin' real.
Get it clipped.
That's unreal.
Why are they dropping this now?
Why are they dropping this now? They've qualified, and they're not playing the full man this weekend.
How can you do a 4-man stack?
How is he not falling off the top?
Guys, clip it, tweet us your thoughts. How is that possible? Chat.
No, don't clip it. I don't. NaVi manager here, please delete this. Like, use that, and that would be sick if that worked.
Chat, does it work? Is it on YouTube yet? Is it a new
Anders
thing?
would know more than Chad, because that's like a theory.
But he's got resources now. He can YouTube it. He can work it out. Is that going to work?
Who has Chad as resources?
Yeah, he can YouTube that. Is that a thing?
You mean he didn't have YouTube before?
Well, he didn't have it. Won't have it live. If he has it now, he's got resources.
Ah, gotcha.
So he can work out. Is that like a thing that's known? I've never seen that. Why are they dropping it now?
Yeah, I don't know why you drop it now. I don't know why you drop it now.
Is that allowed, though? Because that's...
Format's fine.
4-man's fine?
3-mans are fine.
Can they be seen?
I'm curious as to how he's not sliding off the top on 4. Does that just negate the 3?
Well, let's calm down.
It's the 4th time they've used it,
Pro League, I assume.
in Pro League.
Well, we haven't been in Pro League, so
Well,
forgive
there
us.
you go. And you know what? If we had people that would be our stats people, they would tell us that.
All right, passive aggressive dig.
Where's Broderderp? I want him back.
Yeah.
Brian. Predator backwards. Boxic, good hold on Zeus. That's bomb temporarily. And Molotov, that's brilliant. Now that holds the bomb. With 9 seconds left, Simple can do nothing in this. The round is gone. It'll be HellRaisers picking up round number 7. I say that. They'll make it a contest with another kill, but it is going to be after time in which Electronic stays alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Good Halloween tune. Right, this is the setup. Let's see if we can work it out from here. I've never seen this before, so bear with me. This is me just assuming. You shouldn't technically be able to do those boosts.
Ah, okay, because he goes to the right and he's actually leaning on the wall to the left.
But he's still... You don't... I guess it's similar to the 3-man boost in the B side of on the CT side. So as long as you're held in position, you won't slide off. I guess is the rationale behind that, but I've never seen a 4-man boost. They've done it 4 times already. I have not seen that on Reddit or anything.
Dupree tweeted us going, old. You know what, Dupree? You're old.
It's old? Well, all right. Well,
sorry, we're trying to do our job here, Dupree.
It's easy if you know it.
Yeah, whatever. Dupree.
I'm on my phone. I can't do anything about it.
Do you want to tweet him back? You want me to tweet him back? I'll tweet him back angrily.
No, I like Dupree. It's
I like him too.
If it is old, I'm sorry. I apologize. Good luck this weekend, too.
No, you know what? I don't want you to have good luck anymore.
I don't want you to have luck anymore.
Simple's got Angel, fast flank. Henry's dying in the studio. Simple with that kill should pretty much confirm the round. There's really no chance that they could surprise them any further. They'll go for another flank, but bomb already planted. Sight locked. AK for Voxic, that's going to be valuable to hold on to, as well as the armor and the kit. And we'll find ourselves at 14-7.
Regardless of it being old, that's still pretty sick. You can look towards
It is
heaven.
pretty sick.
Like, no one's going to expect that. That is in transition. It's going to be NaVi picking at the round, though.
We've been asking for people to tweet us all night, and that's the tweet that we get.
So one of the... Any a pro that tweets us, no one else to ask questions. No Halloween-related kind of jokes, anything.
Oh, no, some people know. Some people said they like Skittles.
Skittles
That's
are
their
Halloween.
favorite. Yeah, it's Skittles Halloween candy. Just in general, what candy do you like? Can you get random candy? It doesn't have to be a Halloween candy.
I guess.
Starbursts are the best type of candy.
I guess that's the best
Daniel,
one to buy.
first
It's
one,
very
Koji
frugal.
from
You
the
can buy
second.
like a pack of those, drop them all in the bowl. Everyone grabs a handful. That's pretty good.
Kenji also said, is it I think it's a she. I'm just creeping in. Maybe it's a dude. Doesn't matter. From New Jersey. Says that they, 2018 pronouns, dressed up as their PE teacher.
Did you ever see the clip of someone cosplayed as one Halloween? Did you ever see that?
I do remember. I didn't like it though because they had a very specific detail that was actually just taking the piss.
Oh,
it was
really?
funny to a point, but there was one thing in it that was like, all right, you're not funny.
Fair
You're just
enough.
rude.
I don't remember what that was.
I'll tell you after.
Okay.
It was funny to a point, except for that it was just like, all right, you're just a dickhead now.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
that's taking the mood down.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good idea. You know,
Yeah.
it would definitely get you laid.
If anyone wants to cosplay us again, feel free to use that as an idea. It might not be the most obvious what you're going for, but it's a family favorite. And this round certainly isn't. HellRaisers with AKs, pistols, and a real low chance of winning this round, unfortunately. Angel getting aggressive there. It will be Edward trading out frags with Flamey. They're going to have the advantage in more ways than one now as they home in on match points. I'll see if this is going to be enough to close out the game. It's actually looking unlikely HellRaisers can do much of the next round either. 3 of them fully invested. Bondic gets a $1,000 Voxic with 2k, and they'll make their way towards the A site. Is trying to 21 frags to his name. Ready for the weekend.
Dupree brought up a good point. The worst karma would be if he dies to that boost now. Blast.
That's a good
that would
point.
be pretty funny.
We'll hopefully be costing it as well.
Yeah, that would be
good.
amazing.
Oh, what up now, Dupree? That would be great.
That would be.
The most obvious boost in the game. He knows
old.
about it. Yeah. Why is he getting caught out by that? What a blunder. Get all the cliches out there.
Yeah, why has he done that?
Yeah.
Dupree, he finally does something. Zeus is going to actually do something right now, speaking of, as he takes down Dead Fox. That'll open up the site. There is Issa to worry about in the bathrooms. Simple can hit the quick shot, but back to the Tech 9. Not its former glory. They know it's just in the corner, but they don't really want to contest it. They'll let Zeus take the finer and tighter angle. Bondic with one in return. Bomb's planted, but Bondic has an AK, and that's unbelievable.
He's done it again.
And again and again.
Bondic keeps delivering in these big rounds here. Doesn't matter about the defuse. He now goes in with the orb utility of 5/7, full armor. Everything's looking good. He can upgrade that helmet. Well, that Kevlar for $350. It really is perfect for him. Who would have thought that's the round that saves him? The pistols, the 2 AKs, they're right back in this game now. This could go the whole way. He'll throw the AWP over to Dead Fox. I'm sure they'll go to Voxic. He's only got 11 kills, to be fair. Voxic has been off this week.
I have had this happen once. Someone asked me, how do you feel about getting toothbrushes instead of candy?
Sure.
I totally had a house give that out. It's like, oh, this candy, you better brush your teeth. It's like, all right, dentist, we already hate you enough. Like, why are you giving out toothbrushes at the door?
Is there anything else you can do apart from candy? Is there like any other sort of modern day things people are giving out? Like,
there has been other things. I don't remember. I remember like vouchers
what
and
would
stuff.
be for the modern day? What would people do? Like, I don't know, like
detection.
A CSGO skin or a pin, give that out.
Yeah, okay. Every kid in the neighborhood plays CSGO.
Okay, a Fortnite skin then. Give out a code for a Fortnite skin. They would love that.
Get out.
That would actually work. That's a new thing. You'd be the most popular dude in the neighborhood. Giving out Fortnite skins? I bet that happens this year.
I don't know. People used to give out drinks occasionally. Not like alcohol. I mean, like they had like cans of pop. Maybe. That is hot and spicy to get Bondic through the wood. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You could give out like a gift voucher. You could give out.
Okay, here's a better question. This says trick or treat, right? Have you ever experienced any proper tricks? Has anyone ever said, yeah, to see the trick then? Has anyone turned up?
No.
What's the point of saying it then? It's just give us your candy. It's supposed to have some sort of trick ready if they deny you.
Yeah, it's either you do a trick or you give a treat.
Yeah.
Zeus gets Angel. The trick would be hilarious if they just give you empty boxes of candy and you're like, thanks. And you get home and you're like, bastard.
Or it's got the toothbrushes inside the candy wrapper.
Yeah.
that's the ultimate bait and switch.
Voxic ready to roll here with the AWP. He'll Molotov frontside bathrooms, which means he has to wide peek. And that Molotov's not that deep, so he's got to be careful of doing so.
Like I said, though, he's not looking like the powerhouse he has as of late. Like this week, we've casted him. This is to be the 4th time. That's actually been pretty quiet. Dead Fox, he's delivering the goods. Simple brings it down to a 2 versus 2. He knows there's another CT here potentially. Gonna nail that shot. That's beautiful. And it will be Electronic to close out the round. 15-8. Simple. Really in a high pressure situation. Time ticking away. Look at this secondary shot as well. Presence of mind to pull this one off. Takes down Dead Fox, and there will be 15-8. That's a proper reset as well. They're going to be on pistols. No rifles for the final, well, potential final round. It's now round number 24, but there should be no round where they come out on top here.
Electronic with the immediate Molotov towards shorts, and then they'll run it back over toward long. Edwards already crossed the stairs. Angel!
I say that. Here we go.
Sick! Tons of damage dealt, but gets Zeus. Voxic finds Flamey. They get a response from Simple, but they're down a man, and it's out to long. AK, that's pretty well composed, I have to say, from Edward to tap through the edge of the tree.
Tap, tap, tap.
Who's this fine specimen?
That's Steve Irwin's ghost.
He's got some incredible hair.
Yes.
Finally.
It will be now a 3 versus 3 brawl back.
It almost looks like OJ's hair.
What, grey?
He's getting there. You'll all know what we're talking about soon.
Oh.
That's pretty hilarious.
Hello.
Simple's like, what do I do? Do I leg him and then jump down with the pistol? He could have done that, but he jumps down and just obliterates him instead.
Why not? Most players would just take the damage and they say, right, one there. But Simple doesn't really subscribe to the regular approach. We're going to be in a 3 versus 1 now. And that should be it, ladies and gentlemen. We all had a good time here. NaVi will be taking the win. They've already confirmed for the playoffs, or the finals, I should say. But it's over 3 points, and it denies HellRaisers getting further up the leaderboard there. So a split series will be 3 points either side, but a very convincing performance from NaVi there to close out Overpass.
Yeah, that was compelling compared to the previous
They had one
map.
of those amazing starts as well. HellRaisers seem to find these 5-0s quite easily, but then
There
can't
it
hold
is.
on to them.
That's the hair I was speaking of.
How
That
you guys
was
doing?
OJ Borg in the studio.
I didn't realize it was going to be just my head.
You, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking down. Then I saw me. You don't really expect that.
Nah.
So you guys
You cool
got,
or?
Yeah, man, I'm cool. You guys cool or?
they got really excited about that boost.
Yeah, I did
Was
hear
it like
the
was it
excitement.
So it's probably been
Have we
done about
embarrassed ourselves?
10 times.
10 times now. First it was 4, now it's 10.
I'm
Dude,
pretty sure
Prue calls
Energy
it
did it
old.
first. I'm pretty sure Energy did that first.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
And that may have
All
been
right,
at Shanghai.
well, we haven't seen it before.
Listen, man, you think I watch every Counter-Strike game?
No, that's cool.
You know how much time I have in my life? I
Here's-
cast like 6 other games now.
Here's the good thing, though. It's still great that there's something in the game that can get you guys that excited after all the Counter-Strike you do watch. So, you know, anybody who's sitting there critiquing you for oh, you know, they didn't know that. It's great that you don't know it because you're still getting excited.
Guns out again.
The guns are out.
Patronizing us, it's fine.
The sun's out, and it's almost time for you guys to get out because we need to get some hardcore analysis here. And with that, of course,
We got some
Chad,
guys on.
give me something
dressed up for hardcore.
about Overpass. Yes, thank you very much, Matt, for that. Thank my God.
Get us out of here.
What have we signed ourselves up for? Overpass, pretty handedly done here.
Yes.
NaVi showing a little bit of force.
Yeah, Henry made a fantastic point in that first half. After they got the double AWPs online, they were able to win every round for the rest of that CT half for NaVi. So just getting the big greens up in the hands of Flamey and Simple wasn't necessarily that they were dominating with them. They weren't, you know, running away with it, but just the presence of those AWPs and the way that they didn't need to use utility across the map because they could posture for more duels was a winning factor.
Indeed it was, and in fact, we saw a little bit of flashiness coming out here from the side of NaVi when it came down to the running and gunning aspect. Doing a little bit of cheekiness, I should say. And really putting a hurt in here on the HellRaisers. And for what it's worth, the HellRaisers need to be trying to mop up any wins that they can here in that road to Odense.
Yeah, that's one of the key points here. NaVi have already qualified, so now they're just kind of playing for seed, whereas HellRaisers still have to fight for contention. And as Matt's pointed out a couple times throughout the cast, that there are probably, you know, the top 10 or 11 teams are in contention because there are 7 spots. With NaVi and Australia's already locked, that means we're down to 5 spots, and HellRaisers are, you know, they're a top 8 team in the major. So they're one team who definitely have the potential to get through. The teams who are probably out of it now are like the Fanatics, the NIPs, the World. They're probably too low on the scoreboard at this point. But if we look at just a couple of other factors in this game to the victory, NaVi were dominating those opening kills. They were able to find 17, and that alludes more to, you know, the AWPs, their presence, being able to find opening frags. Because when the guys from HellRaisers were given room, they were able to get off those executes.
Well, the execution that we're going to have now, just kidding, it's not anywhere like that. In fact, we're going to go into a break. When we come back, we do have FaZe Clan and the Ninjas in Pajamas, who are always in costume, squaring off on 2 maps. You don't want to miss that, so make sure you're here with us when we come back.